Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making a cowl kaftan with pleated shoulders. Some people also call it Agbada. If this is what you would like to watch, please stick to the end of this video. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys, and if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please quickly hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment on this video. And if you have any question, don't fail to drop it in the comment section. I'll be right here to take it. Thank you. Let's dive into it. So my fabric is already folded into four, okay? The front and back, we are cutting it together. So I'll start by getting the neckline. Okay, I'm using 3 inches width, okay, for both front and back. All right, and I'm going to measure my shoulder. The shoulder is 7.5 inches, okay? And the rest, we are going to be using it for our slit, okay? What I have here is almost 3 yards of fabric, okay? Almost 3 yards of fabric, right? It's not up to 3 yards. I'm just trying to manage what I have. So for the neckline, the back neckline, I'll be coming down by 1 inch or 1.5, depending on what you want to do. If you want 1 inch, if you want 1.5, okay, it's okay. So when we are done with that, the shoulder slope, okay, you can use 1 inch, 2 inches, 1.5, just your preference, right? So I'm going to be connecting the shoulder slope to the neckline width, right? That is what I'm trying to do at this point. The shoulder slope, like I said, 1 inch, 1.5, 2 inches is okay, or 3, depending on what you want. So from this place to this place is our sleeve, okay? That is going to be the length of our sleeve, right? That is what you saw me, I just measured now. So from the shoulder, okay, I'm going to mark where our cowl will start. Sorry, my camera is not catching that. I'm using 38 inches, okay? I'm using 38 inches. My half length is 16. I just had to add like 22 to get 38 inches. That is where my cowl is going to start. That is what I'm ruling at this point, okay? That is for our cowl, right? So on that line, I'm going to measure hip divided by 4, mark it, and I'm going to add 2.5 inches because I don't want it to be too big. 2.5 inches allowance. You can do 3, you can do 4, you can do up to 5, depending on how big you want your kaftan to be, your cowl kaftan to be, okay? So at that point, whatever I have, I'm going to measure it at the hem of the dress, okay? So the hip measurement divided by 4, which is 10, plus 2.5 inches allowance, that is 12.5. That is what I measured at the base. So from that 38 inches, I'm going to take a straight line down to the hem of our dress, okay? Can you see it? That is 12.5 inches all the way. So from that point, that at 8 inches, okay, I'll start making my curve towards the sleeve area. Just watch me. Just watch me. I don't have to take my hand all out. Just a little curve, a little curve. Okay, can you see it? Up to the point where our sleeve, okay, is going to be ending. That is where you draw the cowl up to, right? I hope you're getting me, okay? So that is basically for, how to draft your piece for the cowl kaftan, okay? So I'm trying to arrange the fabric very well, okay? So this is my back neckline. I just had to draw the curve very well. So from that point, I had to measure 7 inches or 8 inches, depending on how deep you want your neckline to be. So I'll be going with 8 inches, and at that point, I'll measure 2 inches all the way down. 2 inches all the way down, okay? If you look at the front, you'll see that we have like strip from the top, from the neckline down to the dress. So I've been able to mark the 2 inches. I rule it all the way down. We are going to be cutting it out. That is for the front only. Don't forget, the front and the back is together, but we are going to mark for the front, and when we are done with the back, we remove it. Okay, so at this point, I've been able to rule 2 inches all the way down from the point where our V neckline will be stopping. Okay, this is the V. Can you see it? The V. Okay, can use 8 inches, 9 inches, it's still okay, right? So now I'm going ahead to cut out. Okay, I'll be cutting out the front and the back piece together. Okay, that is what you can see me doing right now. So I have to notch where our sleeve will end. That is what I'm doing right now. I have to notch there to indicate where our sleeve is ending. Okay, so now when we are done with that, I'm going to cut out the back neckline. Don't forget the front and the back is still together. I'll cut out the back neckline. Okay, and also cut out our shoulder slope, right? You cut it together, the front and the back. Okay, that is what I'm doing now. So at this point, if this video has been helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to be separating the front from the back, okay, so that we can work on our front piece to get the design we have, okay? So just watch me as I separate the back from the front, right? So I'm going to put our fabric back on fold. That's the front piece. So we want to work on it now. So what I'm doing now is I want to cut out the V part of this. Okay. This is really beginners friendly, just for you to understand. There are other routes I can go about it, but for you to get more clarity, okay, I had to cut out the V first, okay, and I had to notch where we have the 2 inches all the way down. Can you see it? Can you see what we still have left at the neckline area? You are going to be cutting it out. Okay, we are going to be, can you see this? We are going to be cutting it out. But before we do that, before we even cut out our 2 inches, let's use our ruler to rule out from the neck width, okay, up to the point we have the 2 inches running down. Can you see what I'm doing? You place your ruler from the neck width, okay. You will see that there are some excesses we have there, okay. Ordinarily it's just for you to connect to that point, but I want you to understand better. So we are going to rule, okay, from the neck width you are going to connect straight to where we have those 2 inches that we are going to be cutting out, right? Can you see? So just watch me. I want this point to be curvy. That is why I'm using my curve area, because I don't want it to be sharp, okay, so that we'll have a nice finishing. So just watch me as I cut. Can you see? Same from the neck width, right? You are going to see the excess we are cutting out. Can you see it? Can you see? Okay, then we now continue cutting our 2 inches all the way down. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you are understanding what I am doing. I hope it's very clear to us, okay? Like I said, it's beginners friendly. That is why I had to go that route, for you to understand how I had to cut, okay? But in subsequent videos I'll be making, okay, I'm not going to use the same pattern I used here. I will just go straight to the point instead of cutting out the V first before cutting out the excess, right? So that you can still understand it better. Okay, so we are going to be cutting out these 2 inches all the way, and we are going to make a long strip of about 5 inches, okay, but on fold is going to be 2.5. See, I'm notching where our V ends. That is what I just did now, okay. So I'm going to be making a long strip, okay, of about 5 inches wide, and on fold is going to be 2.5. But before I do that, I had to join shoulder to shoulder. Can you see? I've joined the front and the back. So you're going to measure all round from the neckline down to the hem of the dress for you to get the accurate length of the strip that you want, okay. So when I'm done, I'm going to keep my fabric this way. This is the right side facing me. Okay, this is the right side facing me. So from the neck area, I'm going to measure 6 inches. Okay, this dress is actually for a size 10. A size 12 can wear it, or a size 8. Okay, and I'll measure another 6 inches. Okay, the second 6 inches I measured, I'm going to measure 3 inches. That is the half of it. Okay, so from that point I measure 3 inches, I'm going to pick the cloth up. Okay, but before that I want to get the half length. That is where our pleated shoulder will be stopping, our pleats will be stopping. Okay, I'm using my half length, right? That is where I want the pleats to stop. That is what I'm marking. Like I said, this is the right fabric, right side of the fabric facing me. Okay, so from that 3 inches I pick it up. I pick it up. Okay, okay, the height of this pleat is 3 inches. Please note, the height of this pleat is 3 inches, and I'm going to arrange it in a way that, okay, is going to get to my half length. Right, can you see it? Is 3 inches, the height of the pleat. Don't forget, you are going to pin, 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 pin. I might not be pinning down, but for you not to make a mistake, you have to pin down all the way. You have to pin down all the way. Okay, you can see me pinning this now. So you have to pin, pin, pin in order for you to get it right. Okay, so that the fabric will not be moving. This is a duchess. Okay, this is a duchess, right? Okay, so this is where you're going to sew. You're going to sew all the way, sew all the way from your half length to the other half length. And once you are done, that is the pleated shoulder. It's that simple. It's that simple. So you're going to repeat same on this place. Measure your 6 inches. Measure your 6 inches again. Okay, and get the middle of the second 6 inches, right? And you now pleat. Okay, make sure your pleat is 3 inches, the height. Then you sew this way. That is just it. You sew from your half length to the other half length. Okay, that is basically what to do. And let me just take it. This is the 6 inches. You measure another 6 inches, that is 12. Then you get the mid of the second 6 inches, which is 3 inches, and you get your half length from that point. Okay, you mark your half length, and you go the other way around and also mark your half length, right? You mark your half length, and from the point where you have the 3 inches, that's the mid of the second 6 inches, from there you pick and make a pleat of 3 inches height. Can you see it? Can you see it? As soon as you measure it and you're sure it's 3 inches, you pin it down. Can you see? You measure it. Once it's 3 inches, you pin it down, and you try to adjust others to fall into that, and you pin all the way so that your fabric will not shift. Just try and pin all the way. You can even put a gum stay, a paper stay, sorry. You can put a paper stay for it to be firm. Like for mine, I had to put a paper stay for it to be firm, just at this area that I am pleating, just for it to be firm. Okay, if your fabric is not thick enough, if you can't sew it down all the way, you can just use a paper stay to help you make it firm. Okay, to also make the shoulder to stand. So for mine, after this, I had to put a paper stay to make it stand. And once you are done with this, once you pleat this, you pleat the other side. This is the strip. Okay, the strip, you have to measure your neckline from your mid neckline. You have to notch the mid neckline from that point to where the V is stopping. You have to measure it. Okay, from your mid, you need to measure it and know where your opening will stop, right? So this long strip, I had to sew it together to get a longer strip, right? Sew it together to get a longer strip. Okay, Once I've gotten the long strip, okay, so I'll come down to my dress, measure from the mid neckline to the point where our opening will stop. And I think I got like 13 or 14 inches, 13 inches. So I'm going to measure this strip up to 13 inches. Okay, at that point where 13 inches is, that is where my opening is will stop. Just watch the next thing I'll be doing. From that point, I'll now make right side facing right side. Can you see? Just watch the strip. Right side, and I will sew all the way down. Okay, right side facing right side. When I open it, this is what I will have. Okay, don't forget to fold the strip into two and measure from one point to where you get your 13 inches or 14 inches depending on what you got as a measurement from the mid neckline to where your opening will stop. And from that point you do the right side facing right side and sew all the way down of the strip, okay, before you now attach it so to your dress. Can you see what I'm holding right now? You are not going to sew from that beginning to the point I'm holding. It's at that point that I'm holding your sewing is going to start, because the other side is for your neckline and the opening, okay? So from that point I'm opening up now, you are going to sew all the way down, right side facing right side of the strip facing the other right side of the strip. You're going to fold it this way and you sew all the way down. Okay, you're sewing all the way down, and when you open it up, this is what you have. So if this video has been helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, comment on this video. Don't fail to hem your sleeve, hem the down part, sew the sides, and that will be all. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.